Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my book haul from the book fair I went to last week. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to put a link somewhere around here to my previous video, which was a book haul called the Boekenfestijn in the Netherlands. This is only my 5th video and already my 2nd book haul, so that says a lot about me. I wish I could say that this was abnormal, but there's a reason why I have so many books. On the book fair I also bought way too many books and I'm just gonna dig right into it. The first book I'm going to show you is actually a graphic novel. It's an adaptation from a story from Edgar Allan Poe. This story is called Gesprek met een mummy, which I think is probably something like a talk with a mummy or a conversation with a mummy. I'm not sure what the actual title is. It's been a while since I've read it. It's a really cool comic book. It's a really cool adaptation. But it's in Dutch. All the books I'm going to show you now, by the way, including the Edgar Allan Poe book, they were all only €2. I found this book. It's called Dragonfly Falling and it's by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I'm mispronouncing that, but it looked really awesome. It's a part 2 and usually I don't want to buy part 2s on this particular book fair because when I went there for the first time I bought pretty much every book I saw and liked, so I bought a lot of books. So I make myself buy less books now because I just buy way too many every time I go, and that's like 1 or twice a year. So usually I don't buy part 2s or 3s if I can find part 1 as well. But this one just looked too awesome and it was only €2, and they also had part 4 and part 5 also each for €2. And this one has an archer on it and I just thought it looked really cool. I'm not quite sure what it's about. It's fancy obviously, but I didn't want to read too much of the back because it's part 2 and it would probably spoil the first book. They also have a huge manga selection, which I showed you on my previous video, and I absolutely love buying manga there. But because of that I pretty much had every manga that I liked that they had to offer. So I found this one. It's called Faust. It has short stories. It's not actually a manga, it's a novel. Some of them take place within manga series, like one of them takes place in the XX-holic universe, and there are some drawings in there from a famous mangaka. I also got Crime and Punishment. Whenever I'm at the book fair I always like to pick up at least one classic because in the end I kind of want to read most of them and they're really cheap. They're only €2 and I really like the Wordsworth version. I have a lot of this edition. I think it's really pretty, it's simple, and it looks great on my bookshelf. I also bought Lex Trent vs. the Gods by Alex Bell. It's a fantasy story about this boy Lex who I think there's something about lying in there and cheating, and I don't think he's entirely an honorable person, and he runs into gods and he makes them angry and has to fight them, and it looked really cool. It's a flying ship, so you can't go wrong with a flying ship. Next up is Tyrant's Blood. It's another part 2. I couldn't help myself. It was so pretty and it's a hardcover and it was only €2 and had a recommendation from Robin Hobb on it. It's a fantasy book as well and it just looked really pretty, so I had to buy it. I also bought the Witch Hunter Chronicles. This one's by Stuart Daly. It was a little bit more expensive but only €1, so it was still really cheap. It was €3 in total and I just thought it looked pretty cool. It just seemed like a fun middle grade read, which I actually really love. I like middle grade books and young adult books and pretty much any kind of book really. And it's fancy. It's about Hexenjager, which sounds really German. I think you're supposed to pronounce it Hexenjager or Hexenjager. I'm not sure I would pronounce it in English, but that's how I would pronounce it. They hunt witches, so it seems really cool and I can't wait to read it. This is the most expensive book I bought, I think. It's €4, a pretty hardcover as well. And it's called A Hero for a Wonderla. And I think this is part 2 and I already have the first book in the series, so yeah, I was allowed to buy it. And again, the cover looks really pretty. It has a Zeppelin, some sort of weird steampunk Zeppelin on it. And I haven't read the first book yet, but it really appealed to me. It has pictures as well. I think this is also a middle grade book. I really love middle grade books. Those were the novels I bought, which for me is really good because I didn't buy too many. And if you saw what I bought the first time I went to the book fair, or even a few times after that, you would be amazed at my self-restraint. I did, however, come across some how to draw books, mostly manga. I really like these. I actually have this one already, but they came, let me see, they came in pairs, 3 books for 10 euros, and these books, they are always 8 or 9 euros, I think. I've never seen them for anything less than that, and I really like them, and it's always fun to learn new skills and to learn how to draw clothes for manga and how to draw horror. It's just really cool. It has really cool pictures in them. I usually don't follow the steps, but I just kind of draw the finished product. But it's really fun. I really love them. I already used one of them. And they had another one of these, another set. It's the Anatomy of Fantasy figures. And it's a really handy book with really a lot of pictures in there that you can draw or just get inspiration from. It's really great. It has this real life people in them that you can draw. And they're terrifying. They look really weird. But it's a good book. I also have Fantasy Landscapes. It looks really awesome. A bit above my league, I think. But who knows. It has a lot about perspective in it. I'm also pretty bad at that. But I just love drawing. And the last one is Furry Fantasy Friends. Or Harige en Pluizige Dierenvrienden. And lastly, I went to the cooking section. I also filmed a bit in there. They have so many books on baking and cooking and everything. It's amazing. And I bought this one, Celebrating Candy. It was only €2.50 and it has so many nice recipes in there. I've never really made candy before. I made cakes and cupcakes and stuff, but never candy, and it looks really great. You can all see on the back. I'm not sure if it's in focus, but you can see a lot of the candy that you can make, and I'm dying to try this out. And my last book is Taarten voor Kinderen, which means cakes for kids, and it just looked really cute, especially the front, like this little dinosaur that you can make, and had so many fun ideas for decorating cakes and cupcakes that I just had to have it. And I think this one was only like €4. This might actually be the most expensive book I bought. That was it, you guys. I hope you liked my video. I hope you liked my book haul. And if you want more information about the book fair I went to, please check out my previous video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe. Doei!